spare few possessions, like a toothbrush, out of his apartment so he could move his new girlfriend in. Dylan was a total asshat. And I'm not a pushover, I whispered. At least I wouldn't be ever again. I learned my lesson with Dylan, and it had hurt too much to forget. Dylan took that moment of preoccupation to slide his arm around my waist. I'll take you out for your birthday tomorrow. We'll go somewhere nice. He lifted my hair, no doubt planning to kiss my neck. The softness of his lips always made me shiver and my knees melt, and I always gave in when he smoothed his lips up and down my sensitive skin. But Dylan didn't realize I was 25 now, older, and hopefully a bit wiser. I'd finished my master's degree, found a job I loved, and moved in with my BFF, where, during those first weeks, I'd eaten enough ice cream to fill a railroad shipping car, cried the entire Rio Grande, and found myself a backbone. Only the last one was worth mentioning. You do not get to kiss me. You do not get to touch me. Not now, not never again. I pulled out of his embrace with a hard yank away from him. That caused Dylan to trip over his feet and land in a puddle. It was Houston. There were almost always puddles, and this one looked especially grimy. Good. Maybe finally his exterior would match his interior. I didn't want to see him again. I'd been happy that I hadn't seen him in over a year. I laughed as he raised his dripping, filthy hands, shaking them. Lose my number, Dylan. I mean it. Don't ever contact me again. You bitch, he howled, rising from the water. For the first time, fear swirled through me. I faltered even as I put more space between us. He barreled toward me, rage causing his lips to peel back from his teeth. I set my feet as my daddy had shown me and lifted my fists into a defensive posture that I perfected at Millie's gym. Dylan reached forward, intent to grab me, subdue me. No, he wouldn't. I was not a pushover, and I knew how to take care of myself. I stepped out of his line of attack and brought my left fist in an uppercut, just like my younger brother Amos showed me years ago. When Dylan stumbled, I plowed my right fist into his gut. Millie's words swam through my head. Always follow through with an opponent to make sure they'll stay down. Good advice, because Dylan didn't go down. Clearly, I needed to punch harder. Also, my adrenaline and righteous anger were veering toward fear. I'd never been in a physical altercation before, and it wasn't like the movies. Dylan wanted to hurt me. He had at least 80 pounds on me, and I wasn't fast, especially in the 3-inch heels I deemed necessary for my birthday outfit of a short and tight dress. I sucked in a breath and tried to channel my inner badass, all the while hoping Millie would show up and call for help. No freaking way. You cheated, you lied, you left me. You will not also get to ruin my birthday or another day of my life. When he came at me again, his own fists raised, murder in his eyes, I hit him once more with my left, connecting my knuckles with his cheek. Satisfaction roared through me as his butt collided with the puddle once more. A man who wants a woman to do his job is pathetic, a large man said. His voice was a deep rumble, and accented enough for me to know English wasn't his native language. He stood with 5 other enormous men a few feet away from us on the sidewalk. A large, dark vehicle pulled away from the curb, so I surmised they'd just been dropped off, right into my drama with Dylan. I hadn't heard them approach, and now my ears burned as tears threatened. As if this moment wasn't humiliating enough, it was being witnessed by strangers. At least they were strangers and not my